Well, good morning. Today is July, what is today? 26th. So, the past couple of days, weekend, this whatever, has been quite something else. Wow, a lot's been going on internally with my mind and just in general physically going on in my world. So alright, so I don't know where I took off from. Oh wait, I did do a session, but I haven't shared it yet. So in that session, by the time you guys are watching this, you've already done seen it. So, anywho, going back to my last session. This past week has been, I love the universe. I love absolutely everything I'm going through right now. Yes, even the hard parts. It may not be enjoyable at that very moment, but I'm still thankful and blessed for those moments because I know that those are for growth. And as uncomfortable as it may be at that time, it's not fun. I know that. I know certain feels in certain ways, it's not fun. I don't like it sometimes, but knowing, like, looking at it all, and it's like, no, I even appreciate the rough times. I do, like, because it's building me for that growth, to be that strength for when if ever I am in need of it, you know. I was thinking about that yesterday. I don't know where I was going or what. I was driving home from work, so it was, and it popped in my head, and I was just like, if only everyone, every single person can take one positive from a negative. It just takes one positive to focus on or to bring out in every scenario is what I do. It's what I do. It's what I've been doing. Sometimes it's easy to get caught into the negativity thought process and think nothing but to complain and be negative and voice, heavy energy, or through an incident. But if you have something happen and you can take, it's a traumatic experience or painful, but if you can find the positive and try to focus on that, then it will help you. It will. I've learned changing your thought process completely. I don't care. Y'all can call me cuckoo all you want, because we live on these frequencies, and I just know that since I've changed my frequency of living at a higher vibration in the sense of the music that I listen to, the thoughts that I put in my head, I understand some thoughts are uncontrollable because things do pop in and you're like, what? I haven't figured out how to stop those. But since when they just pop in, and it's like, okay, well, it's obviously popping in. It's an uncontrolled thought at the moment. So let's think about it. There's something that's being brewed, so I tried to, anyways, that was my whole thing. Is yesterday I was driving home from work and I was like, man, if everyone could do that, take a positive from a negative, how people's lives could change. So I'm I'm just sharing in my own therapy, and for the ones that are listening, try it, guys. Like, if you're not, like, okay, so for example, this is something that I found myself. Here we go. A couple weekends ago, I went out to some of my friends for a barbecue. Well, the thing about on my path and on my journey, I'm starting to recognize and see others on their journey, in the sense of, instead of, I don't want to say judge, because I've never really been like hardcore judgmental. I mean, we all judge, right? Because we're humans, and that's what we were brainwashed to do, is judge. But anyways, I go for the barbecue, and I get there. The energy was heavy. The energy was not good for me. Now, for the others that were around it or exposed to it, it may have not even affected them whatsoever, because that's the life they're choosing to live at, that frequency, and that's okay. But that's where I realize that's where my frequency has changed, because when other people and on their journey are going through something, and it doesn't necessarily have to be someone extremely close to you. So this barbecue that I went to, I didn't even stay. I was there 30 minutes and I left. The energy was so heavy, I just, anyways. My thing is just basically like what I'm evaluating in my life is like the things and the people that I'm around living on the certain frequencies. I had to leave that barbecue because there was someone there that had some heavy energy, and that's their life, and that's fine. But it bothered me and my energy, and I didn't want to be a part of that, because I'm focusing on myself and healing myself. And if others are handling theirs in another way, that's fine, but I just can't be a part of it. I'm sorry. You guys should do the same thing too. Like, if people are, and that's another thing, like people talking shit and running their mouth and being negative, and I don't want anything of it. I really don't. I'm being open and honest in my reality and speaking truth. That was a whole nother thing about this whole weekend, and just like a lot has been going on, and speaking my truth. And when there's any form of negative energy, I don't want to be around it. Like, my body, I want to scream. Like, I don't know how else to explain. Maybe it's because what I'm going through, what I'm healing through, is maybe that when I'm feeling the frequency, the energy of others and their pain and their trauma, that I'm telling you, it makes my body just like feels like it wants to scream inside and it wants to run. Like, so that's what happened last weekend. One of my friends had a moment. It's okay. He's doing what he's got to do. You know what I mean? Like, he's human. But that moment and that energy struck me, and it was like, and it stuck, and it was like, God, this just sucks. I don't like when that happens. So when I was catching myself about this whole frequency thing, what I'm doing, it was like earlier today, I'm headed on my way to work. Before I get in the car, I checked to see if I had towels, and I was like, fuck, like I got like mad, and I was like, okay, wait, it's okay, everything's okay, I can go buy new towels. And if there wasn't a way to buy new towels, I could wash towels real quick, or, you know what I mean? Like, it's okay. Like, it's okay. So to catch that now and to be that way is pretty cool, because before I never used to be though that anger, that whatever it's called, that tension, that pain in the form of, it comes out when the smallest things, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But if it's because it's something that didn't go your way, like a plate wasn't picked up, or somebody else did something that you don't agree with, parenting, like for my example, I have 2 children, and so being able to parent them, and I live with them, or they live with me, whatever. If they don't do a certain thing the right way, it may trigger me, and my response used to be heavy and angry, and now it's not. It's changing, or I'm catching myself in those moments where it goes bad, or not bad, but it's heavy, where like that moment of fuck. Not that is a bad word. I mean, yes, it's a bad word, but it's great energy release. I'm not saying, oh, you shouldn't cuss. Not like that. I'm not being like that, because I will probably cuss till the day that I die. I'm just saying that how it comes out is, if you just say fuck, you know what I mean? It's just a word. But when you're like, fuck, it's different. There's energy behind it. So that's what I mean, is like, I just want to try to change it, or I'm catching myself in those moments of being better, and just being like, okay, it's okay to release that energy, but like, don't hold on to it, let it go. It's all right, it's not a big deal. So what, you didn't have the towels done and washed. Okay, run to the store and pick up another pack for the clean today. Or, pick up the plate that you got frustrated because the dogs are licking it. That's what I'm saying, is like, that sets that energy and that tone. And when that is there, that is what sticks inside you. And that's what stuck inside me. And my body's been screaming because I don't want to be around it. And that's why I'm like, I just want everyone to heal, release that trauma, release that pain. So many freaking people are walking around and they don't realize it. I was freaking one. God, you guys, I was so walking around and like a ding dong, like, I think I'm perfectly fine. Nothing's wrong with me. How? Well, wow, was I wrong? So, anyways, it's just a big eye-opener of everything I'm going through and dealing with. And seeing others and in their pain and not wanting to be around it. So, for anyone that's here, and if you happen to be the one that I'm speaking of, please know that I love you. I really do love you, and I wish you all healing and happiness. True healing and happiness. Dig in. Start digging in. Digging deep. Dig to the past, wherever it is that's hiding. Something's hiding. I'm telling you, if you're unhappy, something's hiding inside you. Whether you're hiding a secret, and I'm not saying you have to go and shout it out to the world, but just me doing this, holy crap, y'all, this is crazy how much it's changed my life. And yeah, anyways, I'm going to continue to heal, and I'm going to continue to send and wish all of you healing. Please know that if I'm here and I'm sharing a situation that you were around or involved with, know that I don't ever share to make anyone feel like a certain way. This is my journey, and if you're not comfortable with my journey and you're offended by it, you can simply not watch and not be here. Or if you choose to step away or step out of my life, that's okay too. And the only reason why I say that is because I am going to share a couple of scenarios that I believe I had an aha awakening, and I'm very proud of myself and the way I handled something or whatnot. So going on into last weekend, a lot of things have been coming up in my forefront that I didn't really want to, I don't want to say I didn't want to talk about, but you know what I mean? Like, stuff that's coming up, it's like, oh, shit. God, we gotta discuss, what? Yeah. That's been happening. So, this weekend, my little got invited out to go to a farm to stay with some family. And when she first asked, it was a little hard for me to say yes at first, because I'm just very protective right now or I want to be very protective right now of the girls, because it's like, I know what I went through in my life, and I know what I dealt with, and I don't want to change it, and I don't want to guide their life in the sense of like brainwashing them. And I had just big oversized load and another trailer in between us. See what I mean? I just said it, but the energy behind it was like, it'll come back. Okay, no big deal. If it doesn't. Okay, so this weekend, yeah. So, at first I had a hard time just saying, yeah, sure, go. Because I'm just a little reserved. And so anyways, I sat down, I talked with her, and I was just like, look, okay, I don't want you on the four-wheeler because a scenario, I'm not out there, and that would have been her first time on it. Blah, 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 just concerns, okay, as a mother, where I wasn't there. She's an hour away, so if something was to happen, it's still an hour drive out, an hour, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something that I had a hard time jumping yes to. But I decided to go ahead and let her go because she wanted to go and spend the weekend, and that's fine. I wanted her to be with family. I love my family. I love you guys all, if some of you guys are here. But so this weekend did teach me something, and there's stuff that's in my forefront, and I'm struggling to kind of like figure out how I'll put this together, because when things are popping in my forefront, it's starting to connect the dots. And it just so happens that things were starting to come in my forefront. Images, views, or somebody's post or something like that. And so this situation had brought up some feels of a past. So anyways, what happened was my little accident, I ended up letting her go. She got out there Friday night, and then Saturday morning I was picking her up. She had gotten jumped or attacked, minor attack, not a huge attack, but still a dog attacked her. May have felt, like she was going towards somebody, and the dog thought that she was coming towards her. That's what I believe. That we don't even stress. We don't even, that's not an issue. But so when that happened, my family called and started telling me, what happened. Now, their response on the phone was a little too much for me. It was, talk. No, go, it was not, okay, stop. Take a deep breath. Let me talk to Stevie. Like, that's, I needed to know, like, when I'm on the other end of something and somebody else is telling me what their response to it, okay? So that's what, let's put it that way. It's a response. because her response was, it was too much for me. And so I was proud of myself because I had stopped her and I said, can you please put Stevie on the phone? Now, the old me would have sat and listened the entire time and let her control the situation. I would have let that happen. The old me. But now this is me. I'm the mother. This is my child. This is my life. So enough. Let me talk to her. And so that's what I wanted to do. And I wanted to talk to her. And she was, and I apologize now for if it made her feel any sort of way because I don't mean to make you feel of any way by setting my boundaries. I have to set my boundaries. And like I said, it just taught me, or that eye-opener where I was like proud of myself. I was like, I communicated to somebody in my family that throughout the years that I would have never really I would have sat and listened through their pain and their trauma. You see what I'm saying? Like, I didn't need that. I didn't need that extra. And that's okay if that's how they handle it. That's on them. So yeah, that's this weekend. I wasn't mad. I wasn't nothing. I was, Jen, pay attention to those intuitions. There's a reason why something, registers. And so, but I truly believe my intuition, or why it registered the way it registered, was because it was like, be my true form of myself. Speak up. Stop others in the sense of don't let them control the situation. In other words, Stevie was going through something. She just got attacked by a dog. She was feeling a certain way. She was. But because she was feeling a certain way, she had somebody else over here saying, but this dog doesn't do this and this, but. You see what I'm saying? So we had this person feeling a certain way, and then we had the person over here feeling a certain way, and then it was going like this person. I had to stop that. That's where I was like, no, this is what becomes the trauma. This is what becomes the trauma. So I was just proud of myself because I had stopped and I put my foot down. And it wasn't mean. It wasn't, but I was just saying I would have never done that. The old me would have probably never done that. I don't know if this is the street that I want. Probably no. But I gotta take it. That's where I've realized the growth in myself is where I'm stepping up and handling things. It's okay. So what is it? The response versus the reaction. And that's my goal. That was what I was getting at, is the way of handling things and acknowledging it. Now it's awesome to acknowledge, like to catch it. Like when I'm catching, I'm like, I'm learning. This is what life is about. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. When you live when I'm living like this, okay, I'm saying me. When I'm living life like this, like I'm enjoying it. This is cool. I don't know if it's just like it's like rose glasses or something. I don't know. It's just cool. I do have concern of like how others feel about my boundary setting or my healing and my journey, because we're all on one, right? And ours cross each other's. But certain times you gotta set certain boundaries. So yeah, I've been a little I don't want to say reluctant, but there's been some emotion there where I'm like, hope they didn't take that the wrong way, or you know what I mean? I hope they don't hold on to that, or just like the barbecue weekend, I for a little bit I was bothered that I literally drove there, hung out for a very short time, and then drove back. Like, that bothered me. But I also had to let that go, because no matter what state you're in on any day, if you need to do what you need to do, you just gotta do it. It's you. If that's what makes you happy, then just do it. Now, just in the event, if you're just going to go and do stuff because it's making you happy, it may very well have some consequences. Meaning, like, legal consequences. So, anyways. Or, not just legal, but yeah, just be smart about it. Well, I am getting closer. So, I'm going to wind down for the day. But a lot has been going on. I just kind of wanted to jump in and spit some of that out because, we had the barbecue weekend, the farm. I mean, more stuff is so much more is going on. I just got to let it all process and compute without forcing it. So it'll come out as due time. Yeah. Y'all. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, before I forget, because I'm probably going to listen to this again. This is the one I want. The desire of sharing with others and approach that. I love each and every single one of you guys. Thank you guys for being here on my wild, crazy journey and learning what it's all about. I love you guys. But most of all, I love myself. Bye.